Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are back with some camping. We're going to be trying to make our own bushcraft shelter. You can already see my water drop in the background there. Already got my water, sitting pretty good. Tonight we're going to be making our shelter, and I will eventually show you guys how that looks. I might film it, might do a time lapse, not sure yet, but I hope you guys are here for a good one. Alright guys, well, we've made our little shelter for the night, for the next 2 nights. It's looking pretty decent. Got our little limb across the way so we can hold up our end. Got paracord right, or not paracord. I initially planned for paracord right there, but we went with the hammock strap instead to protect the tree. So yeah, we're looking pretty cozy. Got our bag right there to kind of reflect the wind. I'll work on the rest of this tomorrow because I got out here a little bit late. So thought I'd share this with you guys. Well, I had another visitor of a random guy and his dog. The dog just kept wandering up here and checking out my campsite, and the guy was oblivious to the fact that I was here. But anyway, we got a fire going, and it looks pretty snazzy. It's our same little fire pit from before, so we got a nice little fire pit. I'm gonna eventually do a little water circle around this whole shebang, so we make sure that we don't start any forest fires, because this is now fire season. Yes, I am filming my fire for that reason, but, you know, here we are. Well, I just made a change that I think is going to be pretty vital. I made this thing a lot lower. I realized it looked a little funky. So, you know, we fixed it up. I'm going to show you the inside. Got our bag kind of blocking the wind here, acting as a wind block. I'm going to move it back just a little bit so you can see it better. Moved my straps down a little bit, resecured that on both sides. And here we are. There we go. Yeah, it's like a little cocoon in there. I even tried to seal up the end a little bit just to kind of have it there, but I think I need the cross breeze because I get too warm at night. So maybe this will help me sleep better. Thought I'd show you guys. Looks pretty cozy, doesn't it? Well, we're getting ready for second dinner. Got some better cheddar Johnsonville sausages on a stick. Looking pretty fancy right now. I will see you guys in a second when this is all done. Well, I got too hungry to share with you guys, but I had 2 of those sausages. They were really tasty. We just got our music going in the background, trying not to listen to it too loudly so I don't get copyrighted or anything. But here's the fire I have created. Look at some nice hot coals there. It might make it easy to start in the morning. I'm just going to stay awake until this looks like it's most of the way out. And from there, I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to try to not make this fire wet because I need it to go for the morning and maybe for tomorrow night as well. And from there, we will have a good time. I can't lie to you guys, this is probably one of my favorite, like, camping snacks. Raspberry Rage snack mix from Papa Sal's. You can find this at, like, any gas station you go to. Pretty good stuff. Tastes great. It's kind of addictive. It's just a good snack to have. Pretty lightweight. Doesn't cost very much either, so definitely worth it. Well guys, it's getting late. I'm probably just gonna be chilling in my shelter for a little bit, and then I'm just gonna go to sleep from there. So I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. I slept a little like shit. If I'm being honest, I didn't sleep great. Kept hearing stuff fall. I think there was an animal through my campsite. I heard it running early this morning, and it really sounded like running, like straight through here. Like just straight through. Like they were hauling. I don't know what it was. It was something kind of medium sized. I'm thinking it might have been like a coyote or something. But yeah, could have slept a little better. But here we are, we're just hanging out. I think starting off this morning, I'm gonna fix up my shelter. This part's fine. My bag actually does a great job blocking all that wind. Does a great job sitting right there. Not much wind going through. But when I go to the other side, you know, we're just hanging wide open. I feel like there's gonna be something that just crawls in and gets all comfy and starts cuddling with me like a little cuddly bear. Wouldn't be so cuddly when it's eating me, so anyway, we're gonna shore up our shelter a little bit, and then we'll get back to you. Alright, time to show you guys my fixes. So, I already had this side pretty well anchored up. Had my bag there. Bag works well enough. I don't need to add anything to that side. But to this side, we added just a little itty bitty wall. Doesn't need to be really tall. I ended up tying part of my tarp to the back of this tree so it'll stay nice and tight against there. We just got a little bit of airflow, but we need it. Have a little gap right there, but honestly, this is pretty decent. Did a little base layer so it could balance pretty flat. And yeah, not too shabby. We just needed to anchor that up a little bit, and now it looks pretty comfortable. I am so happy to have a chair. That makes it so much more relaxing, so I can actually just get my heart rate to go down and just relax, I've already worked hard this morning getting some wood kind of cut up for my shelter reinforcement. And after that, I think I might do a hike later, and from there, we'll just hang out and have a good time. Well, as with any camping trip I do typically bring an MRE pack just in case I need more food. This could be lunch today. I'm not really sure yet if I want to have this for lunch, but we got some spaghetti with beef and sauce, I should say. But anyway, we will give this a shot later if we're thinking we need an extra meal and a lot of calories, so you may see that in a little while. Alright, well, I'm all geared up for a little hike I'm gonna do. Got my little day bag on me right here. It's a little 15 liter. It's either 15 or like 10 liters of space, but it's part of my pack, part of my hiking bag. It's pretty cool. It detaches from the bag, which is really neat. So then I can just grab whatever I need for the day hike, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna be looking for some elk shed horns, and if I can find some, that'd be really nice. But if I don't, oh well. It'll be worth the hike though, so I'll see you in a second if I find anything interesting or anything to point out. Well, I've been hiking for a little bit. I had to do a turnaround. I was about to walk through this guy's campsite, and he had like 2 dogs, very beautiful dogs. They were huskies. But yeah, instead of going through his campsite and going through his dogs, I decided to just turn around, go the other direction, and hopefully I'll find some elk sheds. That'd be pretty nice. Well, I didn't tell you guys this, but yeah, I'm only doing a 2-mile out and back, so that means a 4-mile hike. Just hit my 2 miles, so pretty soon I'm just gonna make my way slowly back to camp. And I will update you then if I see or find anything. Haven't seen much, but you never know. I just came across a trail I didn't know about. I'm gonna try to remember this for next time. I don't think I'm going to hike down there today, but if I hike through there, I might have a better chance of seeing more of the trees and just being a little bit closer to where maybe the elk might be. Anyway, we're going to keep walking back. Well, we're probably going to get ready for lunch here pretty soon. I think I might have my MRE for lunch. I think that sounds pretty good, that spaghetti and whatever the hell it is. Beef and sauce, I don't know what it is. It's got some electrolyte powder that I'm really craving right now, so that will be great to mix in with my water. Tonight we're going to have the rest of our better cheddar dogs, or at least 2 more of them. I might not have them all, I don't know yet. Maybe I'll have some in the morning. But yeah, I got some plan to make some rice, some cheddar broccoli rice, I believe it is. And then I'm going to have some dogs mixed in with that. Might slice them up and actually make some dogs using tinfoil. So we're going to do some tinfoil cooking. Hope you guys are ready for that later. Yeah, this MRE had some different items in it. Once again, we have our toasty pastry chocolate chip, pretty much a Pop-Tart that's kind of dry and falling apart. We got some raisins, just straight raisins. Instead of electrolyte mix, like the lemon lime electrolyte mix, we have chocolate protein drink powder. So, we're going to be making them gains. Of course, we got our Italian breadsticks to go along with our cheese spread for our spaghetti with beef and sauce. So we're going to get that all made up in here, and then we'll come back to you in a second. Well, I made my first mistake on making an MRE ever. I added too much water, so it started heating up, and then I added too much water, causing it to just instantly cool down without it actually heating up. So that food's gone to waste. I'm not eating that. I'm not eating cold MRE. That just sounds like a disaster, and a bathroom disaster at that rate. So we're definitely not eating that. We're gonna have our protein powder mix here in a little bit, and we'll let you know how that tastes. Well, we have our good old chocolate protein drink powder. I have to drink this within an hour, it says, but so far I've mixed it together. I don't think I mixed it very well. There's still a lot of chunks of protein and like chocolate cocoa powder, you know, but you know, the taste really isn't that bad. That probably looks so gross the way I had to drink that, but you know, not bad. Not bad when you need calories. Anything tastes good when you need calories. I kind of got bored, so I decided to just start cutting some wood, and I ended up just making a tiny little bench thingy. It's a little creation of mine that I just thought of and thought would be kind of fun and easy, so here it is. Just a tiny little bench. I already got a blister, so I don't think I'm going to work on this anymore, and yeah, it was kind of fun to put together. Not too bad. Might make a bigger one at some point, but this is a good start to knowing some of the bushcraft type things to build. Well, we're getting ready to make some dinner. We got some dinner on the way. Getting ready to make our cheddar broccoli rice and our Johnsonville sausages that we're going to put in tinfoil, and we're going to cook it using the hot coals that we've created for ourselves using our fire here. Just like that. Got some real nice hot coals. I've had this fire going for probably about, yeah, I don't know, hour and a half. Sorry about the little there for a second. That was me looking at my watch. But yeah, gonna try to get some real hot coals here, which we already have, and we're just gonna make some food. I'll see you in a second. Look at that. If only you guys could smell what I'm making. Smells can only tell the tale of how much this smells amazing. Anyway, got our cheddar broccoli rice going in there. Might have added too much water, but we'll add our sausages to the mix. It'll all even out eventually. If it's a little watery, whatever. It'll still taste great. And that thing's burning nicely. Good thing I got a good head start, and I will see you guys probably when this is done. Alright, well, we just gotta add this to that now. And it should taste pretty good. I might just use my hands. Add it little bit by little bit, since that tinfoil's still very hot. Ooh. Yep, I'm just gonna record all this. It's really hot. And we probably just pour the rest, or yeah, we'll keep using our hands for a second longer. Ooh. This is something I've done before, but I haven't done in a while, doing the tinfoil cook. But, you know, it works pretty darn well, so this should taste pretty darn amazing. Look at that. Might be a little ash on the outside, but if we end up ingesting that, oh well. We're just gonna put our tinfoil right there so it can just chill out. Anyway, we're gonna do a taste test in just a second here. Alright guys, well, we finished making our food. We finished mixing it all together. Tastes pretty good. I'm going to give you the first person view of this. Look a little soupy, but you know, after a long day and not having a lunch, this tastes amazing because our lunch went awry after not having our MRE pack, so. Anyway, we're going to finish eating this and then we might do something else later, but going to be taking it pretty easy. It seems like everywhere I go, there just happens to be a woodpecker. I don't know if that's like my thing, but the last couple of videos, I've had a woodpecker next to me every single time. And they can be annoying. They can keep you awake. They can just sit there and peck all night. And it is the most annoying thing in the world. But anyway, I guess it's better than being eaten by a bear or something else, you know. I don't think there's really any bears, at least from what I know, over on this side of the valley. So, yeah, we're gonna just have a good old time here and relax for a little bit. Probably get ready to go sleep and then pack up once the sun goes down. Well, I definitely lied to you guys. I worked on my bench a little bit more. I made it a little bit bigger. A lot more comfy that way. at some point I may come back here and try to finish it if it doesn't get demolished by something or someone. But I also have some new neighbors, so I'm going to be wary that they are there, and I'm going to be kind of quiet, so this may be the last video for the day, and then I might see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. That was probably the best night's sleep I've had while camping, and we're going to keep it quiet, and we're just going to start packing up camp, and we're probably going to do a time lapse of that, so you will see that now. Got our bag all packed up. We will see you guys on the trail when we're doing our outro, so we'll go from there. I just realized I forgot to do my outro video. I meant to do it while I was on the trail. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one, and you guys have a good one. We'll see you soon.